Ooh. You guys know what you're looking at. There we are, welded diff. And it was quite frustrating. I mean, I didn't really like lose my cool, you know. This is not another steering episode. What's going on, guys? I hope you can hear me better. We finally got us a decent set of lavalier mics. But we're going to have a light night up here tonight. I tell you, we haven't done any filming in probably a week. I had a lot of issues fitting this new rear suspension in the car, and I went ahead and I edited the footage for the test fitting. When I got everything test fit in here, we had filmed up to that point. And when I went back and edited the footage, I mean, the process was so frustrating that I felt like all I did was complain the entire time. But I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I don't think I'm even going to upload that video. We've got the rear suspension in. What's done is done. I can already feel myself starting to complain about it again. It was quite the ordeal. So if anybody wants to ask me any questions as far as what difficulties I ran into, please feel free. I will answer everything as honestly as I can, but I honestly don't think I'm going to put that footage out there just to make me look like more of a moron than I already am.
But don't lie, you did lose your cool a little bit when you kept hitting your head, so that's why we had to do the safety feature.
Yes. Yeah, I was using my head for something besides a hat rack that day, and it was just bumper cars up under the lift. So, but anyway, let's get on with doing something
productive.
Exactly, productive. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, so you see we got the axle hung in place. I'm going to have to make myself some spacers to go in between these brackets here. The coilovers, the coils are actually hitting the axle itself, the axle tubes. So I'm going to machine a couple of blocks to go in here and weld it all in to make this, you know, one nice solid unit. And that'll get it spaced out from the rear end there. And so let's take a look at this rear diff here. Da, 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 da. Some of you guys may have seen my little review video that I put out yesterday of this little Hyper Tough ratchet. That little thing, it works great. I mean, like I said in the review, it's not, you know, I'm sure it's not as strong as a Milwaukee or something like that, but for what I use it for, like basically a bolt and nut runner, it's works really good. And someone had asked me about the size of the head. This is a 3/8 ratchet, and I mean, the size of the head is fairly small. So so if that helps out anybody, it's a pretty good little tool. So let's take these out. Oh boy. We had drained this out the other day when I found the surprise I wasn't expecting. And that is Ew. You guys know what you're looking at. There we are, welded diff. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even mad about it. The guy I bought this axle from, he was a good friend of mine. We've known each other for, oh man, a couple of decades, I think, maybe.
Going on 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting old. But most likely he told me that it was like this, and I either just wasn't paying attention, or I just said I didn't care at the time, because I mean, it's been a while since I bought this thing. Probably at least a year or two that it's been since I bought this axle, but it's not a big deal. I got a good buddy at work, Matt. I did a little bit of differential work for him before, nothing much, but he recently upgraded his axle in his Fox body. That rear axle that he built is just an absolute work of art. Maybe one day I'll show you guys on the channel, if I can ever get around that car again. But it's really that guy. He's a welder for a living, and buddy, it shows, because he is an artist with a welder. I can tell you that right now. But he hooked me up with his old stuff, which is those Moser axles right there, because he upgraded to 35 spline, I believe, in his. Those are just a stock 28 spline, and he gave me, or not gave me, but he sold me his factory 28 spline rear diff. So not a big deal. I'll swap them out maybe this weekend or something like that. But tonight I want to test fit these new axle shafts in here, so I can measure for rear wheels and get those ordered. I think we've got the ones picked out that we like, but I just got to make absolutely sure that they're going to work. So let me pull these shafts out and slip the new ones in place, and then I'll run them out some more then. Okay, there's one little piece of advice I've got for you guys. If you're ever working on an 8.8 diff, use a 6-point box end wrench, because if you don't, you're going to strip this thing out, and it's going to be a nightmare to get it out. This is a snap-on, and I'm not a snap-on fanboy. I really don't know where I came up with this thing. I probably bought it at the swap meet or something like that, knowing what it was. But anytime that I've ever tried to use a 12-point box end or a 12-point socket or whatever on this, it's always wound up rounding it off because of the Loctite they put on from the factory. And oh, okay. Come on, get down in there. Having trouble getting that C-clip to seat. Oh, there it is. There we go. Well, that one's in. Both of them in? I think so. Oh, wrong side. Nope. Which side's it hitting now? Yeah, it's hitting. Yeah, it's hitting both of them actually. That's not a huge deal. Sure why it's like that, but I mean, I've never had Moser axles before anyway, so I mean, you would think that they wouldn't do that, but oh, this side clears. Well, it's just because it's walking over. Huh? Maybe I got some trash in there or something. Let me look at that before I start doing anything stupid. See if I can catch it that time before it lands down in the goo. I don't know if I got trash on it or something or what.
On what? On
this C-clip. Maybe the C-clip's a little too thick. I don't know. For this axle. Or for the shaft rather. Let's see if I can't get this thing situated in here. Uh-oh. Now, let's see here. Now, let's see if it'll go. Here we go. Let's put a little bit more goop in there. Yeah.
Might slide in easier.
Yeah. Well, it's still. Let me get that little blonde hammer. See what's up. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm just going to tap lightly on it just to see. There we go. Yeah, that was not very hard.
Can you get it out?
I will be. Yeah, I'll just yeah. See, I barely had to tap it. It was just more than I could do just
with your hand.
Yeah, by hand. But now anyway, the shafts are pushed out as far as they're going to go, so we can get a wheel measurement now. So let's go ahead and just do that. Okay. What we're going to do now is I've got an old Jeep wheel, and I believe it has the backspace that we're looking for. And if this backspace is correct, then we should be able to go ahead and order our wheels. That's 5 1/4. 5 1/4 inch backspace on this wheel. The wheels we're looking at have a 5 1/2 inch backspace, so 1/4 inch is not going to matter. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but if we've got plenty of room, then 1/4 inch isn't going to matter. Let's just say that. Let's go ahead and slip our disc on.
You're holding your breath.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
And this wheel is only 7 inches wide. We're going to go with the 15 by 8.
7 inches?
Huh? What'd I say?
7 inches wide?
Yeah.
So, and how did you say they measure that?
Measure wheel width in between the beads.
Okay.
Backspace from this surface to the wheel mounting surface. Wow, those are some long wheel studs.
So all that's supposed to clear?
It should, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the worry, right?
Yes.
Yes, those are long studs. So are you going to cut those down? Or?
No, I'm not going to.
So what will that look like with?
It'll look like a drag racing car, especially when we put them skinnies on the front. So now we can look at this.
What do you mean the lug nuts? Are they going to be like long?
Well, I could cut them off if you want me to.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I'm
they'll be
not
long.
turning my nose up.
No, the lug nuts aren't going to be long. No, it's just going to stick out like that. But I can cut them
I'm
off if you want
confused. Okay, I'll just have to see it.
Okay. So if we've got 5 1/2 inches back here, and this is going to be a 15 by 8, we're going to be sticking out 1 inch more here, which is good because we are well inside the wheel well there. This is, I think, 1 1/4 inches wide here. Yes, 1 1/4 wide. So we're going to be 1/4 inch in that way, so that's good. We can roll the fender lip. I've always liked those wheels. Those are some of my favorite Jeep Cherokee wheels, right there.
Well,
that's the ones that I put on the back of that black Mustang. Remember that when
save us money.
When I had the 275s on it? Yeah, but I mean, I just wanted something to put them 275s on it.
There's some silver hammer tone in that cabinet over there.
Alrighty. So now we have determined that The 15 by 8s with a 5.5 inch backspace is going to suit our needs. We may want to massage the wheel well a little bit right here to clear the tire, because the wheel well on these old Mustangs, they're wide in the back, but they get narrower in the front, so that kind of creates issues. They do make mini tub kits, and I had actually thought about doing that for this car, but I've got enough on my plate right now, so that may be something we look at in the future. But for right now, we're probably just gonna go with a lower profile tire, so we'll get the width we want, but we don't have to worry about the height interfering with the fender wells. And this rear end has got a 273 gear in it, and to be honest with you, I could probably run 195 50s on this thing, and it'd probably do just fine going down the road, because this 273s and an overdrive transmission, this thing's going to be turning hardly any RPM at all going down the highway. So, but we're probably going to go with like a 245 50 or a 235 50, and some skinnies up front, which kind of give it a nice aggressive look. We had another cold snap this week, and I really cannot stand the cold weather at all. I'm a tropical kind of guy. If it's 80, 90, I'm loving it. But with the issues we had here with the rear end set up, the differential, I mean, with everything, plus me just overestimating my capabilities, we're not going to be able to back the car out of the garage on Friday, which is what I was hoping for. It's what I had promised Wendy way back in January, but she seems cool with it, because we are making progress. So, but we are going to make it to Power Tour. So I'm not giving up on that one. That's going to happen. So let's get this axle dropped out of here, and we'll get it ready to paint tomorrow or Thursday, and I can go ahead and paint all this mess up here. So. That's all right. That's okay. Alrighty then. Bet these people think I'm a moron. All the little stupid sayings. Humming and singing in 1 minute and then cussing the next. Yeah, I missed a little weld back here. I may go ahead and do that while I'm here.
Well, it's right there, so.
What welder? Oh, it is, isn't it? Cool. All right.
I mean, you just missed that?
Huh?
You just missed that?
Well, I mean, I wasn't. I'm so used to seeing stuff around in here. I'm just, you know. All right, so let's do this. Or not. Let's do it this way then. Come on. Here. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can't blow another hole in the frame rail.
See if it still works after you threw it twice.
Yeah. You're not supposed to say that out loud.
Because I didn't catch it on camera. I have to say it.
Oh, well. Yeah, I got a little anxious the other night.
Agitated.
Yeah, agitated, however you want to say it.
And
Not in the best of moods.
Don't blow burn a hole in that going to town shirt either.
Oh, I've had these forever. Man, I had these shirts. Were we dating that back then?
You worked there when we got married, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, a long time ago. Alrighty.
Hey, babe, your pants need to be over your boots.
You're right.
Unless
That's done.
you're
Okay.
done. Okay.
Well, let me get right here one now.
Didn't that happen to you once before?
Huh?
Didn't that happen to you once before?
That has never happened to me before.
Fell
Ever!
into the tongue of your boot.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get these little holes too. Got it on my finger and my head. Woo! Get some color on it. Huh?
Showing people how to brush their teeth.
Well, I brush my teeth once a week whether I need it or not.
Same with a shower, right?
Yep. Alright guys, I believe that's going to be it for tonight. We got rear end dropped out. I got a few little welds done that I wanted to get done. Finish this up. Got a little bit of undercoat sprayed on it. But anyway, we're making progress. It's, you know, slow but steady. Hopefully with the warmer weather that's coming in, we'll be, you know, or I'll be in a lot better mood to work. So we'll see you in the next clip.